You'll be doing an exam, and then all of a sudden you'll find question to do with sequence series, and this is a prediction of the kind of topics that will be tested in P2 of IAL Edexcel. If you're new to Proflan YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload a tutorial, you'll be notified. We've been having a series of tutorials and the prediction for this particular exam. So if you've not watched the prediction of this paper, please just check in the description. There's a link that's going to take you straight to that particular tutorial. Now, to begin, we are going to have a look at the topic sequence, the topic where you are going to be tested on summations of different questions, these kind of questions. How are you going to approach that? So if you like to download this PDF so that you can be able to work on it, check the link in the description. You'll be able to access it. Now, in the event you are asked to answer a question like this, and you can see here, you are told that A1 is basically P minus 3. So if A1 is P minus 3, then you are supposed to find the expression for A2, giving it in terms of P. So what you need to do here is that A2 is going to be 2 into A1, because you are told n plus 1. The n that you will have here is, when you are finding n plus 1, it will be 2 into n. So meaning if here is 2, A of 2, then this will be A of 1 inside here, which is equivalent to P minus 3, and that is going to be 2 into A plus 3 squared and minus 7, which is here, and then we are going to have 2 into P minus 3 plus 3 and 3 will cancel out, then we end up 2 into P squared minus 7, and that becomes the expression that was expected at that point. Now we are supposed to find the summation of n equals to 1 all the way to 3 for this particular series. So the first thing that we need to remember is that A1 is P minus 3, A2 is 2P squared minus 4. We had gotten it. Now we need to find A3, so that we are going to add the 3 terms, the first A1, A2, A3, because the summation formula means adding the terms from A1 all the way to A3. That's what this means. Yeah. So meaning that if you work it out, A3 is going to be 2 into A2 minus 3 squared minus, but A2 is this part that we were having here, so we are going to rewrite it inside, then plus 3, because the expression for an plus 1 is going to be an plus 3. So that is why we're doing A2 plus 3. Yeah, I need to change that. It should be A2 plus 3. Yeah, that was actually a mistake there. And then now you can add 2P squared minus 7 plus 3, an expression becoming 2P squared minus 4 minus 7. Then if you expand whatever we have in the brackets, we are going to have expression reducing to 8P power 4 minus 32P squared plus 32 minus 7. So meaning that if you simplify this, you are going to have 25 here. Then you are going now, because we are talking of the summation from A equals to 1 all the way to A equal to 3, then it will mean that we are going to add A1, A2, A3, which shall equate it to P plus 15. Right? Now, if you add all that, we are going to remain with 8P4 power 4 minus that p squared is equals to 0. Now we can be able to let p squared be k, then we are going to form a quadratic formula at that point. So which means that we can be able to solve now that quadratic formula, and we in terms of k, because if we say p squared is k, then p power 4 is going to be k squared minus 30k is equals to 0. Solving that, you get k is equals to 15 over 4, or k is equals to 0. Then since we have gotten the values of k, now we can be able to go ahead and try to work out the values of p. Now the values of p will be, because p squared is equal to k, so meaning square root of the value of k that we got is going to give us the value of p. So we shall have p is equals to 0, and p is root 15 over 4. P is root 15 over 4. So I need to write this properly so that you can be able to see it. Root 15 over 4. Yeah, then meaning that if we are finding two possible values of a, is when p is 0, so we are going to have 2p squared minus 7, but p is 0, so this is going to be minus 7. When p is root 15 over 4, you substitute it here. Remember, if it's plus or minus, because anytime you find the square root of a number, it's either plus or minus, but when you square that, because p is squared, it becomes a positive value, and you're gonna get your answer as a half. Yeah, so we were doing this question with my student, and the student realized that when he found a2 was 4 minus a1, because for you to find a2, it's 4 minus a1, but a1 is 3. So my student got 4 minus 3, the answer is 1. Then the student went ahead to find a3. Okay, before finding a3, the student was surprised with this a107. Are we going to do it 107 times? And now the student said, what a heck. And then we decided to call these questions heck questions. So this is the heck question. They are asking you a107, so it's quite surprising that how you are going to go about that. Now let's see, how do you go about this kind of heck question? So you realize if you work out the a3, it will be 1. You find a4, it will be a1 is 3, a2 will be 1, a3 will be 3, a4 will be 1, a5 will be 3, a6 will be 1, a7 will be 3. So you realize that these all even numbers are going to be 1 1 1 1 throughout, and odd positions are going to be 3 3 3 3 all throughout. Now this is kind oscillating kind of a sequence, yeah, repeating itself periodically. So you realize now that 1 of 7 is going to be what? 3, because 1 of 7 is an odd number. Then we went ahead now to also try to find out what the heck of this question also, n equals to 1 all the way to 200 for 2n minus 1. So we said that yes, now we can be able to split. We can be able to split this equation that we are having here. And if we split the equation, faithfully it will become 2 into, this 2 will go in front of the summation, and we remain with an minus, because this is minus here, summation from n equals to 1 to 200, but this is a constant one. So anytime you are finding summation of n is equals to 1 to maybe n of a constant c, this can be written as n times c, right? So if we want to know the summation of n equals to 1 for 1, it will be, this is going to be, this part here is going to be 200 times 1, and that is going to be 200. But for this kind of a sequence an here, we've realized that it's going to oscillate between 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. So from 1 all the way to 200, we have 100 odd numbers, and odd positions were being taken by 3. So it would be 100 times 3. That gave us 300. Also, for the even position, they are being taken by 1, 1, 1, 1 throughout. So we have 100 even numbers between 1 and 200. So it will be 100 times 1, that is becomes 100. So if you add the you add the 2, you get 400. 300 plus 100, you get 400. But there was 2 here, it will be 400 times 2. Then that is going to be equals to 800. But remember, this is subtracted and this is 200, so it will be 800 minus 200, and that becomes 600. So in the event you are given such kind of equation, remember what you need to do. I need to check whether it was visible so that I can confirm whether you saw exactly what I said. So you are having 800 there. Yeah, we are having 800, and 800 is coming from where? 300 plus 100 becomes 400 times 2, because there was a 2 here, that becomes 800. Then we subtract, because there was a summation from n equals to 1 up to 200 for 1, and we say that's a constant, so it will be 200 times 1, and we're gonna get it 200. Then if you subtract, you are going to get your final answer being 600. All right, so we've done that. Can you try question 3? Try question 3. Let's see what you'll be able to get at that given point, and also write in the comment section whether you've understood how you are supposed to approach those kind of questions. So just check in the description, the link in the description below, so that you can be able to access this PDF. You attempt it out, you try to solve the questions in order to understand what you are supposed to do in that case. For those who are going to do their exams soon, I wish you all the best. Good luck. See you in the next tutorial.